Hello everyone, it's Baz from the Education Hamper. Today we're running through some 11 plus verbal reasoning and we are looking at closest meanings. So the questions that we're going to run through from 1 to 10 involve finding two words from the group of 5 that have the closest meaning. So we'll run through each question, spend our time trying to understand what each word means, and then we'll come up with an idea of which two are the closest. So let's start off. First thing I need to do is zoom in here. Right. Right, question 1. The two words which have the closest meaning from slim, stout, underweight, overweight, and thin. So slim being thin in stature, not too wide. Stout being, it could mean short and round, but mostly it's a little bit round around the tummy area. Underweight being haven't eaten enough, so your weight is under what it should be, and overweight is when your weight is higher or larger than it should be. Thin is very similar to slim. Um, it's not very wide and quite skinny. So let's go through these words and see which one match closest. Slim and stout. So these look like the opposite. One's quite thin, one's quite wide. That doesn't look like it's right. Slim and thin seem very close in meaning actually. Slim being thin and skinny, and thin also being the same. So this could be an option as an answer. Overweight and thin. So these are the opposite of what they should be, of what we're looking for anyway. And underweight and overweight are the opposite as well. One's not eaten enough, one's eaten more than they should have. So the answer here is slim and thin. Great. Let's go on to question number 2. Finding two words which have the closest meaning. So we have the words heavy, light, bulky, massive, and weighty. So the word heavy here is carrying a lot of weight, weighing a lot. Light being not weighing very much at all, being quite light. This is bulky. I'll write a meaning for this is too big and taking up too much space. Right. Massive being very large in size. We have weighty, and that's an adjective of heavy. It's essentially weighing a great deal. So let's go through these, which look the closest. Heavy and light, they seem the opposite of each other. Bulky and massive. Now, bulky being too big and taking up too much space, whereas heavy is very large in size. So this could be an option, but there might be a better one than that here. Heavy and weighty. So we know weighty is an adjective of heavy, and they both mean very heavy. They're quite hard to move, and for example, weighing a great deal. So this one looks like a better example than bulky and massive, but let's look at the last one, light and massive. So these look like the opposite and they have slightly different meanings. So the answer here is heavy and weighty. Right, move on to question 3. Question 3. Find two words that are similar in meaning with these. So circular, which is circular in shape, round in shape. Uh, Ovoid is more of an egg shape, like an oval. Cuboid being a cube shape. Round being round, so essentially a rounded shape with no edges. Curved being bent. So essentially it's a curved line, for example, like that. So which ones are the best examples of these? So round and curved. These seem similar. Curved have a rounded shape, but they don't form a circular pattern. So this could be a possible answer. Ovoid and cuboid, these are completely different. This is an oval shape, where this is more of a cube. Circular and ovoid, so somewhat similar. They do have rounded edges, but this is more of an oval shape rather than a symmetrical circle. Circular and round, they're both round, and they both have the same meaning, so this is the correct answer here. Question 4. Question 4, we have these words: far, near, away, distance, and around. So the examples here are near and away, far and distant, distant and around, away and distant. So in this example, far and distant is the correct answer, because far and distant both mean a long way away. The others don't. So the meaning of away does not specify any distance, and near is the opposite of far. So the answer here is far and distant. Question 5. The words that we're looking at are calm, unreasonable, fair, angry, and furious. So running through this, we have unreasonable and angry, fair and angry, angry and furious, calm and unreasonable. So in this case, angry and furious is the correct answer, because angry and furious are words that mean having a strong feeling or showing annoyance. And the others, while related to somebody's mood, don't all mean angry. You could be unreasonable without being angry, and fair and calm are the opposite of angry and hostility. So angry and furious is the answer we're looking for. Right, question 6. The words we're looking at here are shout, whisper, chat, explain, and exclaim. Here we have explain and exclaim, shout, exclaim, whisper, chat, whisper, explain. So the correct answer here is shout and exclaim, because shout and exclaim both mean to use the voice loudly, and the others mean quieter forms of speech and talk. So the answer here is shout and exclaim. Question 7. The words with the closest meaning, the words that they've asked us to look at, are ignore, remain, listen, refuse, hear. So the pairs of words we want to look at are listen and hear, refuse, hear, ignore, remain, remain and listen. So the correct answer here is listen and hear, because listen and hear are both words that mean to pay attention to sound or noise, and the others are not. Ignore is the opposite of listen, and refuse is not to refer to sound at all. Remain is just a word to mean stay. So the answer here is listen and hear. Question 8. The words they want us to look at are touch, know, believe, smell, and sense. And the pairs of words are believe and smell, touch and know, smell and sense, touch and smell. So here, touch and smell is the correct answer, because touch and smell are both specific senses and the others are not. Believe and sense are all mental processes. So the answer here is touch and smell. Move on to the next question. So the pairs that we want to look at are, or the words we're looking at are sweating, boiling, scorched, scalding, and hot. And the pairs of words we have are boiling and scalding, scalding and hot, scorched and scalding, sweating and boiling. So the correct answer here is boiling and scalding. Because boiling and scalding can both be used as adjectives to describe a particular kind of heat, like today was boiling hot or He didn't dare to touch the kettle because it was scalding. The other three words don't work like this. They don't express the same kind of extreme heat. Scorched can be used as an adjective, but usually a noun. All right, on to the last question. The words we're looking at here are early, timely, late, punctual, last. And the pairs of words that we need to look at are timely and punctual, early and timely, punctual and last, timely and late. So the answer here is timely and punctual. And the reason for this is because timely and punctual both mean in good time, and the others mean not in good time, or are unrelated completely. Right, that concludes this verbal reasoning closest meaning paper. I hope that has been useful. In coming videos, I'll be going through some more examples of these so we can really build up our vocabulary and work through methodically and understand the best way to tackle these questions. Until next time, thank you for listening and taking the time to go through this with me.